Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to go behind the scenes of our beautiful civil judicial system. We will accomplish this by visiting a law firm, an up-and-coming and coming down again law firm that is run by a couple of dude bros who white knight for a living. So let's hear your case. Enjoy. Jesus Christ, look at these assholes. Broski and Broski, attorneys at law. And also, for a special prize, we'll totally come over to your keg party, dude. Just make sure there's a lot of pizza, because beer bongs give me the munchies.
Dude, that doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, I'm still confused. Is this a YouTube channel or some sort of heist movie? Maybe it's both.
Hello everyone, Jamie Benizri back with Logic TV. I'm here with Michael Simkin, attorney at Legal Logic.
Simkin? Is that a new kind of kin? You're really into The Sims, huh? Bold choice. I would have probably tagged you as a wolfkin myself.
Just so I'm clear, I should feel free to mock you.
And we're talking about the pink tax.
Yes, that would be the topic of choice for two dudes hanging around in a basement, wouldn't it? Bet that room has seen its fair share of dead hookers, huh?
As you may have heard, the pink tax is a phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon. Okay, could you be a little bit more specific, asshole? Or do we just file lawsuits via Ouija boards nowadays?
That has been filed in the form of a class action.
I can see you frothing at the mouth already. But calm your tits, you haven't won yet.
It's been in Quebec media, it's been in the Canadian media, and even hit some international press.
Canada, what are you doing?
And my first question for Mike is, what is the pink tax?
So the pink tax is a phenomenon which is well documented. There's a lot of research.
Oh, there is? Great. Let me have a look at your research. Whoopsie. You forgot to do the research. Someone's getting a good spanking.
That shows that companies are systematically charging women more than men for products that have the same ingredients and the same quantity.
Yeah, I'm sure deodorants and shampoos have the same basic ingredients. However, that doesn't mean they have the same amount of those ingredients, you fucking ass bagel.
Now, is the pink tax, is that a legal term?
'Cause I am your lady, and you are my man.
No, it's not a legal term. Now get a room, you two. Give him the beef thermometer. Awkward.
No, it's absolutely not a legal term. It's been a colloquial term that's been given by the media.
Okay, asshole, now you're really starting to piss me off. What is the legal term?
Okay, so there's a representative in the class membership of Eva Maxwell.
I'm sorry, you seem to think you've dialed 1-800-GIVE-A-SHIT. Would you like me to transfer you using my middle finger? If not, please stay on the line while we laugh at you and disconnect you and then sell your number to an auto dialer.
What is she asking for on her behalf and on behalf of the members?
Half! I'll take half his shit. And they'll get it. They'll get half your money, your house, your car, alimony, child support, and your children.
So in Ms. Maxwell's case, she actually purchased a deodorant for women,
Willingly, I assume? No one held a gun to her head or anything?
which was the same price as the same deodorant by the same manufacturer with the same ingredients for men.
Again with this, you fucking dildo. Just because it's the same ingredients doesn't mean it's the same amount of those ingredients. Get it? Why don't you show me some of that research you were talking about before there, buddy boy?
But the men's deodorant was significantly larger quantity of product. So she's asking to be compensated for the difference per gram of the two products.
Per gram? So you have a lawsuit over a couple of cents? You know the business side of your law firm? You're doing it wrong.
But also for the discriminatory practice whereby because she's a woman, she's being asked to pay more for that product and so many others.
Hey, moron! Fucking moron!
So there was a guy pointing a gun at her. She was simply not allowed to buy the male version or she would have been shot. Is that what you're saying? Listen, if the female version's cheaper and I was strapped for cash, I'd get the female version. What the fuck's the big deal? You basically have two choices here, you morons. Either you can argue that both products are identical, in which case it doesn't really matter because then she can just buy the fucking male version. Or you can argue that they're not identical, but if you do, you must admit that the companies are allowed to charge a different amount for each product. Either way, you're fucked.
I have an erection. It's a good sign. Let the trial begin. I'm ready.
Okay, but she's talking about deodorant. Does it apply to other products? How far does this go?
Absolutely. We've seen examples where this applies to shampoo, conditioner, skincare products, but even children's toys.
Oh my god, how far up does this conspiracy go?
Theorists argue that these sources could have been falsified, misinterpreted, or retrospectively altered by perpetrators, and the moon never really existed before the 20th century.
So really, whenever there's marketing directed products for women and for men, but we're really talking about the same product with the same functionality or composition, they seem to be able to get away with charging women more.
Okay, asshole, so when are you suing Apple? Because it seems to me they have an Apple tax. They have the same ingredients, but charge twice as much. Any plans for suing Apple? No? Pussy.
Okay, so how has the response been?
The response has been actually quite phenomenal. I think you're talking about half the population that's got a vested interest in the outcome of this case. But it's also, as I said, a documented phenomenon that people have until now felt really powerless to do anything about.
Oh, I think you're underestimating women there, buddy boy. I'm sure women are well aware that they're the ones making the purchases for both sexes in most cases. So, mirably dick too, they already have the power to force these companies to change if they really want to.
And now we're saying, well, look, we want to actually try and compensate all of these people for the past 3 years of all the purchases that they've been making.
Can you come back later? I have some business I'm conducting with the Prince of Nigeria.
How much does those grams add up to over 3 years? What, $10? You're really hitting the important cases, aren't you?
That they have a legitimate claim to have not paid more for because of their gender.
Next up, Broski and Dudski attorneys at law will abolish the cost of tampons.
So a lot of people said, well, I don't have my receipts. How do I go back in time and actually make a claim? What are the next steps for people who want to take part in this?
Get a life, basically. You know, maybe get a dog, take up bowling, that sort of thing.
Well, the first thing is to go to our website, legallogic.com, where we have
lots of porn.
A page for people to give us their information so that we can keep them appraised of the developments in the case. Of course, if they have receipts, that's ideal, but if they have packaging from products, that's fine as well, especially if they're products that they've been using and that they have a history of using for several years.
How long do you use your shampoo, dude? And how about that deodorant? Try using that one a little more often.
Eventually, it might be possible to refer to credit card bills and statements from bank statements, etc.
You want to go dig through people's credit card history for this shit? Yeah, good luck with that.
Great. So this has been Jay Ben-Isri with Michael Simkin, another episode of Logic TV. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Can I shoot him now?
Anyway, to the rest of you normal people out there, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.